Welcome back, everybody. We're up here camping in Colorado's Rocky Mountains and steak and potatoes. Come on, what can be wrong with that? So we've got some big old filet mignons today, and I'm also going to show you a great way to cook potatoes, carrots, and onions. Let's give it a try. I've got to be honest with you, I don't like peeling potatoes. Hey, if they're giant baking potatoes, I love peeling them. But these small ones, boy, where you can cut your thumb and your finger, ugh. We have a big old onion here. Go ahead and cut the ends off that and pull the skin back. So this recipe is going to be similar to the one we did down at the Gulf of Mexico in southern Texas a couple months ago, where we did the modified shrimp boil where we used aluminum foil. That was, of course, harkening back to my youth, where my mom and dad did potatoes, carrots, and onions in aluminum foil. So here we go. Potatoes. You can see it kind of doing a rough chop there, even leaving pieces of skin on here. We want this to be rustic. And I peeled up a bunch of carrots as well. The carrots, once again, just a rough chop. These are probably anywhere from a 1/4 inch to a 1/2 inch in diameter. Those are going straight into the potato mixture. And last but not least, that onion. Oh, this is gonna be good here. So big old chunks of onion. And next we have some butter, Kerrygold, by the way. Garlic and herb butter. I don't know what kind of herbs are in there. Let me smell and see if I can figure it out. No, I can't. I'm not a chef. Some Blackstone Steakhouse seasoning as well. Back in the day, before Blackstone Steakhouse seasoning, this would have been salt, pepper, garlic, but I've got the Steakhouse, so that's what we're gonna do. Maybe I'll even go ahead and chop that butter up and spread it around here like so. And last but not least, a little Mountain Dew. I've done this with Mountain Dew, I've done it with Squirt, and it just adds a little citrus, steam. So I'll throw a little bit of that in there, and then I'll take a drink myself. Ooh, I don't drink much soft drinks anymore, so that tastes pretty darn strong to me. Gonna wrap it up with aluminum foil. Now, if you don't have a Blackstone griddle, you could certainly do this on an old-fashioned grated propane grill, because that's the way I grew up doing it. And so we're gonna take these over here, set it right down here on top of one of my burners, which happens to be on high. You can hear that sizzling. Oh yeah. That's flavor right there. And now I have 4 absolutely gigantic, beautiful filet mignon. We're gonna hit these up with a little bit of extra virgin olive oil. Rub that in on both sides here, maybe a little bit, there we go. Down on the edges as well. Gonna season that up with Blackstone's Steakhouse seasoning. If you haven't noticed already, look at that seasoning blowing in the wind. It's extremely windy today. Did I mention windy? Oh, let me say it one more time. It's very windy today. I forgot my 28-inch wind guards. I never go anywhere without my wind guards, but it just so happens that I had a set of the 36-inch wind guards with me in the van. If you look, different sizing, right? But you can see in the back here, the 36 actually closed off the grease cup hole right there. But it's protecting me from the wind. These are high winds today. So if I take Blackstone's brand new infrared thermometer with the probe, turn it on, see what the wind guards are doing for me right there. 430, 425 degrees right there. 436 degrees. So I obviously have the griddle on as high as possible. We're searing up steaks, a little more of that extra virgin olive oil, and these monster fillets down there to start sizzling, to start searing. And then I'm gonna grab some of that Kerrygold herb butter that we had earlier. Gonna put that down there. I said I wasn't a chef, but here I am doing something chefy. I'm gonna take some of this fresh rosemary, and I'm gonna put it down here, if I can pull it off. There we go. Put it down here in the butter. just like that. Maybe a few sprigs of it as well. And we're gonna get that melting down there. And if you're watching at home and you're keeping track and trying to figure out how to make this recipe, the potatoes, carrots, and onions have been in here for about 28, 29 minutes. This is truth. You simply cannot overcook these. I mean, I guess you can if you left them in there for 4 hours, but anywhere around 25 minutes, 35, 40 minutes, perfect. You want to make sure those potatoes and carrots are steamed to perfection. And you can see that butter is starting to melt. Oh, so whatever herbs they have locked in the butter there, mixed with the rosemary. And while I'm thinking about it, you know I didn't leave home without my chunky garlic paste. So we're gonna put some of that in there as well. So we've got garlic, herb, rosemary butter. Oh man. Now these are monster fillets. This one is at least 1.5 inches thick. So let's go ahead and flip it. And did I mention that it is windy today? Got my Blackstone cast iron platter. Boy, folks, if you missed out on these a couple of years ago, shame on you. You need to head out to Blackstone's outlet in Logan, Utah. It's one of the only places where you can find them anymore. These things are amazing. So I'm gonna put these down here. We're camping. I'm having to make do with what I got going on here. So I'm gonna take some of that butter and that I've been melting here and put it down in the skillet. We're gonna get that ready. We have a perfect sear on both sides. You can see we have some red in the middle, still rare in the middle. I'm gonna pick these up and we're gonna move them into our butter. Over here, our melted butter and herbs. Oh, they look perfect in that sauce, by the way. Come over here, grab the rest of that herb butter, and you're gonna dump it on top like that. Oh, look at that. That's flavor right there. And we'll lay this on top, just like just like a real chef, right? Lay that rosemary on top. Maybe pull some of that butter off and baste the top once in a while like that. If I had a spoon, I would use a spoon, but I only have plastic utensils here in the woods. So we're doing what we can do. Grab my little filled-in stream towel that I got from doing a demo down in Crescent Springs, Kentucky a few years ago. Right over there. Oh my goodness. Come over here and we're gonna carefully peel our aluminum foil off, and this is exactly what I suspected. Perfection in every way. Lighting is terrible out here. We're camping. This is keeping it real, folks. Trying to get a better picture. Hopefully that does it some justice right there. Let's give it a try. Filet Mignon in the Rocky Mountains. You can see just how tender, look at this, how tender those potatoes are. First thing I got with the steak is the rosemary butter. I mean, first thing. So obviously it's a filet, and you could arguably cook that thing to well done. It's still gonna taste amazing, but wow. Everything tastes absolutely perfect. Folks, make sure you're visiting us at blackstoneproducts.com. Watch everybody's shows on social media. And from here in the gorgeous Rocky Mountains, this is Todd and his family. We're saying praise the Lord and pass the steaks.